This is a lecture from OpenTuition. To benefit from the lecture, you should download the free lecture notes from opentuition.com.
So let's finish off our section looking at investor ratios by looking at some ratios linked to our dividends. Okay, so the question there, entitled Dividend Ratios, all about a company called Hoy, starts asking us for 4 ratios, 3 of which are related to dividends. The 4th one clearly isn't it? So what we've got there, first of all, it wants us to go through and look at, is it our dividend yield? So what we've got there is that your dividend yield looks at the percentage return that you are getting as a return based on your dividends. Okay, so what percentage return are your dividends getting based upon the price of the investment you've made? So that's looking at your dividend per share divided by, is it your price per share? Your dividend cover looks at how safe your dividends are. So your dividends get paid out of your earnings, don't they? So we look there at your earnings per share divided by your dividends per share. So remember, that's looking at a number of times. So very similar, if you like, to your interest cover, looking at how safe your interest payments are. This is looking at how safe your dividend payments are. So key bit there is that it's your earnings per share from where your dividends are paid out of. Then what we have, your dividend payout ratio. So that looks at your dividends divided by your earnings per share. So looking at your dividend payout ratio is looking at a percentage of your profits that have been paid out as a dividend. So your profits for the year per share are your earnings per share, and the amount that has been paid out is your dividend divided by those earnings. And then D, is it just there as your price earnings ratio, your price per share divided by your earnings per share. Okay, excellent. Well, there's a little good figure at the top there, isn't there, to start off with? Dividend per share is 15 cents, so that's going to be useful, is it, in part A. In part B, it will also be useful, and it will also be useful as well, is it there, in part C. Okay, it has no relevance at all to part D. Okay, so it's going to be quite a challenge, isn't it, remembering these formulae, because there's a lot to remember in terms of whether it's your dividend divided by your price, your earnings divided by your dividend divided by your earnings. Okay, so what have we got? Any more useful information? Well, it says there the market value of each equity share was $1.84. So the price per share was $1.84. And then that can be used as well, can't it, on my price earnings ratio. Okay, well, I've got one formula there, haven't I? At the top, 0.15 divided by 184 times by 100. Does that work out? Is it 8.2%? So your dividend yield, the return that your dividend is generating, is 8.2%, isn't it? Okay. We need to work out for the rest of them, is it your earnings per share figure? Well, you're told your earnings there is $43.8 million. So it's not per share, is it? But you have, is it 100 million shares that are in issue. So what you've got there, the earnings per share is 43.8 divided by 100. So is that 0.438 as an earnings per share. So my dividend cover is that 2.9 times. Okay, so out of my earnings of 43.8 cents per share, that dividend of 15 cents per share can be paid out nearly 3 times. Okay, is that safe? It depends upon the investor, doesn't it? And then your dividend payout rate, 0.15 divided by 0.438 multiplied by 100% is that there at 34.2%. So we are paying out 34.2% of our earnings. Okay. Hopefully you can just see the link between the two. The dividend cover and the dividend payout are just a reciprocal of each other, aren't they? Okay. If you do 1 divided by 2.9, so 1 divided by a dividend cover, you will get 34.2%. And if you do 1 divided by 34.2%, you will get 2.9. Okay, so they're telling you the same thing, but in a different fashion, aren't they? And then what you've got is your earnings per share. We know is 0.438, isn't it? So 1.84 divided by 0.438. Does that give me, is it 4.2? So an investor is currently prepared to pay 4.2 times the current level of earnings to get those historic earnings. Clearly 4.2, we need a comparison, either an historic comparison or a comparison to a competitor, to see whether or not we think it is doing better than other businesses or better than what it has done in the past. Okay, there we go. So I've just done that section differently. I haven't listed out all the ratios within the notes, because I think most of them you've seen before. I think the only different ones maybe that you haven't seen so much of is maybe a dividend payout. So that's just looking at a percentage of the earnings that you pay out as a dividend, and also is it your annual return or total shareholder return. Okay, work through all the examples. If there's any that you get stuck on, let me know. Work through the questions in the revision kit. Again, if there's any that you get stuck on as well, drop me a question on that CIMA Ask a Tutor forum. Okay, there we go. See you in the next session.